So I grew up in the average Nigerian family where to buy blender, my parents would have to save. I got into the university. My mother had to save for 10 months before I could buy my first laptop. So you would imagine that the pay small or saving to own a culture is a thing that I'm already used to. When we were going to launch CDcare, we knew that buy now, pay later in the Western sense will not work in Nigeria. And that's because it is credit focused. And it also does not put into factor of low credit trust societies where there is no credit scoring system. So for us, we have to step back and say, one, Nigerians have a savings culture, not a credit culture. We grew up with our parents telling us, Toby, don't borrow money. In fact, my father would always say, when you earn 100,000, you save 90,000 and spend 10,000. So there's a saving culture in Nigeria, and we're able to see that Nigerians will rather save to buy and not borrow to buy. So we have to step back and say, if we are going to do this, customers have to feel fully like they are saving. They must not at any point in time feel like they are borrowing money. Going back home, so my father is a member of one of these cooperative societies, and basically they don't stress themselves. What they basically do is, you join us. When you want a loan of 1 million, you will start saving consistently. Once you have saved 500,000, they double it for you. And that model has been working since I was born. That's how we adopted it for CDcare, to say, okay, what we are going to do, because this is tested, proven in Nigeria. So we decided to say, customers can come to the platform, see a product they want to buy, and start paying towards the product. They choose a duration of installments, and once they have reached the midpoint of the duration, we ship the item to them. What we have done is agile method, the contribution method of owning things. So instead of giving the customers money, what we now give them in turn is the item, and we call it save now, pay later. So that means that this is different from buy now, pay later. We like to think that majority of our customers want to pay back, and that's because the model of CDcare, one, does not encourage defaulters. I like to say that defaulters are not patient people. So what I mean by that is that they are very impulsive. People that will not pay you back are very impulsive, and CDcare is a platform that when you come to, you are able to plan. You want to say, I want to receive this in 3 months. So first, we like to think that our customers want to pay back. And that's what you will see. We have a very low default rate. Very, very low. The key things that solved defaults for us was verifying that our customers are who they say they are. That's liveness. Our customers are where they say they are. That's their location. And we're also able to automate charge from their accounts. We knew that we had to ask customers to tokenize their account for us to be able to charge their account automatically. We started looking for partners. We started thinking, how can we do this? How can we do this? And we were already using Flutterwave for payments. We chatted with a staff of Flutterwave that told us, we can solve this for you. You already have access to it. What tokenization has done for us is help us to get customers to pay. So what that means basically is that Mr. A is a very busy man. He is not even able to check his email. So we have some customers, for example, that are offshore workers. They go to a place where there is no internet and they're not able to even make payments. And because of that cloud tokenization, we're able to charge their account whether they're able to pay or not. We had a period that default rate went up in CDcare. And when we went back to the backend to check, we realized that our function that does tokenization with Flutterwave had a bug and it was not working. So you would imagine that we were able to see firsthand that what is saving us is this tokenization, because we are able to charge the customers when we need to charge them. So there are a lot of success stories. There's a particular customer that bought a phone, bought a laptop, bought his television, bought his fridge, bought his freezer, furnished his apartment. This guy was paying us every month. Once he receives his salary, a part of it is coming to CDcare, because CDcare helps him to own all his household items conveniently. And it got to a point he said, what I want to buy now is a car. A car. I said, but I now asked him, if we allow you to also start paying in installments to own this car, would you be willing to use CDcare? I've been wanting to talk to you about it. That's how we launched CDcare for cars. So with that customer, we launched a system for customers to start paying installments for their car. And once they've reached the midpoint, we let them drive the car away and they continue the payment. So you would imagine that we have a lot of customers like that needs to start life, and CDcare made it convenient, seamless for them to start life. You would also see that is much more evident in this economy where housing is expensive. Gadgets are expensive. Buying an air conditioner, in fact, there's a very big discourse on Twitter now. People are complaining about the price of air conditioners. But with CDcare, owning those items are very, very easy.